Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Nathan Daley. I'm your 13-year law enforcement veteran. I am your law enforcement translator. Now listen, quick shout out to my subscribers. Those who are new, welcome to my channel. I want to get right into the topic. All right, there's so much going on in the news, so much going on in the media. As I'm working again on a video, this news article comes across and gets my attention. All right. A gentleman by the name of Zac Stacy comes across my screen. Never heard of him before. I'm not a big football fan. He's an ex-New York Jets football player, Zac Stacy. Right, now listen, I'm gonna show you guys a video. I wanna give you a disclaimer. All right, it is very difficult to watch. It is reference to domestic violence. Zac Stacy is actually assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of his child. For those who might find this disturbing, just be warned. If you want to skip over this, I put a timestamp on it so you can skip past it. Very disturbing to watch, and then we're going to get into it.
I really truly feel that if it continues, he will kill me.
This violent encounter caught on Kristen Evans' home surveillance. She says the attack is coming at the hands of her ex-boyfriend.
I'm gonna be honest, you guys, that's difficult to watch, and it just infuriates me. All right, and as you guys start to see more of me and on this channel, you get to learn more about my personality. There are things that I find unacceptable, right? Unacceptable. When I talk about things that I'm passionate about in this profession, things that will get me so inspired to apprehend a suspect is domestic violence. When I tell you I've seen some of the most grotesque, the most vile, some of the sickest parts of human behavior, right? Things that will make you question your reality, make you question your purpose in life, things that make you question whether or not God exists, right? I've seen that type of human behavior. And I'm not playing, you guys. It's, watching this boils me. It angers me. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen so much, you guys, and it hurts. You know, I've seen things that will just crush your spirit. You know, I've seen the lowest parts of human behavior. And, you know, watching this just reminds me, man, there's just so much, right? As officers, we're champions for people. We're here to support, to serve people. And there's a couple reasons why I'm disappointed in this situation, right? That woman could have died that day. She could have died the next day. She could have died the day after that. What went wrong with this? She recorded this incident and she put it out to the news. Why? Because she felt like, right, she's been abused before. She felt like law enforcement didn't do anything. She made a report about being assaulted before and it fell on deaf ears, right? Domestics are a real thing, you guys. It's a real thing. We've seen this with the Gabby Petito situation, right? Where officers had an opportunity to make an arrest. They had an opportunity to do their job and they didn't do it properly, right? And if you haven't seen that video, check this video here, right? Gabby Petito, she should have went to jail. She should have been arrested. That very thing could have changed the outcome of that situation, right? She could have been alive today if the officers would have done their job properly. Again, you guys, I'm all about law enforcement empowerment, but you'll never hear me shy away from accountability. I have questions about this case. This guy, Zac, this is disgusting. It angers me, right? What he did to her. I've seen men I've seen men do things to women that would make you sick to your stomach. The power of emotions. The power of emotions, right? Domestics a lot of time are the reflection of people who have no control over their emotions. How dangerous our emotions are, right? Completely lose all sense of logic when we allow emotions to take over our actions and our behavior. Look what he did to her. It's sick, man. But what I want to talk about is the police department, right? Right? Here's the issue. The incident, the assault happened on Saturday, right? And warrants went out for his arrest on Wednesday. That's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days. She could have lost her life, you guys. She could have lost her life. Where's the breakdown? What went wrong? Right? This happened in Florida. These are my neighbors. I'm in Georgia. I'm going to tell you what the problem is. I don't get that. I don't get that. The system already for domestics is very difficult, right? It's very complex, right? You have women who are threatened, who are abused, but without evidence, right? Your hands are tied. I've worked plenty of cases, plenty of domestic cases, you guys. I'm talking every day, a minimum of 5, at least 5 domestics I would work in my territory. Every day, 5. Right? And I'm just one officer. 5 every day on average. A domestic, someone is calling about a domestic crime. And you have women, you have men who are abused, right? And we know the abuse of men go underreported. Know that for a fact, right? Go underreported. And what happens? You have a woman who is calling and saying, hey, I'm being abused. I show up. If I can't see any evidence, if there's not enough probable cause, I can't make an arrest, right? I can't do anything. If there's not enough probable cause, I can't do anything. And I have a victim who looks at me and says, what do I do? Right? What do I do? He threatened my life. Well, I need proof. I need something, right? She doesn't have anything. What can I do? Right? I document as best I can. I say, hey, listen, go and talk to the judge first thing in the morning, right? The judge can give you that power. The judge can grant that, right? The judge is the only one who can grant that, right? Stay away condition, right? That restraining order. The judge can do it. The judge is going to say, hey, well, what evidence? I need something. I can't just offer your word. I need something more. What's documented? Can you show me proof? This is our system, you guys. Right? You have people who wind up dead because they can't provide any evidence. And we know the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence, right? But this is the dilemma as an officer. We show up, we investigate. We need something. We need something more. This is the loophole with domestics. And the other issue too is people do lie, right? People do lie, so it's hard to really base something just on just allegations alone. It's difficult, right? We have to understand both sides. It's difficult. But here in this situation, you have the evidence, right? She's made prior reports. And I don't know what the report said in the previous ones, but she's made police reports talking about, hey, this guy's violent. He's abused me before. Here's the video of it. You can see it, right? She made the report Saturday, 2:30. They took warrants out Wednesday? Come on, man. She could have lost her life. You know how many women wind up in people's trunks, right? Do you know how many women wind up chopped up, put in bags, buried, tossed, right, over bridges? You guys will be surprised. Google it. Google women in trunks and see what comes up. It'll disgust you. It's disturbing. Here in Atlanta, we have women missing, right? In the Gabby Petito case, they found bodies of women. While looking for one, they found bodies of women. Other women who've been missing, right? Killed from domestic violence. This is a problem, you guys. This is a problem. You know, this is a problem. These toxic relationships, these toxic people, this is a problem. In Atlanta, Courtney Cox, an attorney, killed by her boyfriend, right? A fool she was dating. Shoots out with the police, gets in a shootout with the police off the 12th balcony, I believe. Shooting at the police, shooting up all the other apartments in the high rise, right? Man, what's going on, you guys? What's going on? You know, in these relationships, we have to vet people properly, right? Emotions and feelings. Guys, we have to do our due diligence. When we're linking up with people, it's not a game, right? It's not a game. People are playing with this emotion. It's not a game, you guys. If you want to see someone act out of character, if you want to see someone become someone you never play with their emotions, right? Play with their emotions. What's wrong with this picture? Why is this an issue about law enforcement? Well, they had to have dropped the ball. Why? They have the video evidence. They have all the probable cause to file. He throws her. He punches her, throws her into the TV, beats her in front of the child. And they charge him with aggravated battery. What about cruelty to children? Right? We're missing some charges. Right? He flees out of Florida, goes to Tennessee. He just got picked up. They gave him a bond of $10,000 was his bond. Of course he's gonna bond out. What about protection for her? What does that look like? She can't stay in that place anymore. He knows where I live. Man, all he needs is one opportunity. All he needs is one opportunity to take her life and then take his life, right? We've seen it all too often. Man, watching this it pissed me off. It pissed me off, right? I don't know who dropped the ball, but Saturday when she made that report, charges should have been dropped Saturday on him. Period. He should have never been able to leave the state. He got on a flight. Why did it take till Wednesday? I don't know. You guys, let me tell you how it's supposed to go, right? Or I'm gonna tell you how I would have done it. I show up, I get the story, I see the video. Oh, okay. I'm talking to the judge and I'm putting charges ASAP. ASAP, right? And then I'm getting a couple of my guys and we're going hunting, right? Where's he at? Where does he live? What kind of car does he drive? Okay. Talk to the supervisor. Hey, I need to put a crew together. We're looking for this gentleman right here, right? We have previous incidents where he's assaulted her, previous reports. We need to find him, right? Ex-football player. Yeah. Don't care. Could care less, right? Where does he go? Where does he work? What is he? Gym, friends, family. We're finding him. Absolutely finding him. Absolutely. Why? Because the potential for a follow-up attack is there. A potential. Her risk, her safety is there, you guys. It's there. You don't see it. You have people who die from domestics all the time. Never makes the news. Never makes the news. You have no idea how bad it is. You don't. You don't. Okay? I could tell you countless hostage situations, right? People committing suicide after taking the life of their spouse. I've seen it. I won't say I've seen it all, but I've seen too much, right? I've worked a case myself where I've arrested someone, and as soon as he bonded out, right? As soon as he bonded out, a few days later, he kills her, right? There's absolutely no justification why warrants were attached to his ass before the night ended on Saturday. Absolutely none. I can't, in my mind, I can't. And see, this is the power of this channel, because see, you guys don't understand how the process works. I understand, right? Right? I understand. I'm telling you, right? I've prosecuted cases like this. I'm telling you, right? There's no justification. So my question is, where did it go wrong? Right? Who responded to, what officer responded and did not do their job properly? There's no excuse, right? I've seen this, officers cutting corners, getting off, I'm getting off late, I'll take the warrants out. Why? I'm off this weekend, right? I gotta go on vacation, right? These are things that happen, and officers do not do their job. You cannot, right? You cannot. And again, same thing with Gabby Petito. You had officers trying to justify not taking her to jail because she was a woman, right? Because she was a woman, you gave her that pass. And that same pass you gave her put her ass in the grave. If you would have just did your damn job properly, right? Do your job. Do your job. No justification at all. And it pisses me off, man. It just, I saw the video and I said, you know what? I have to say something about it. I have to. There's been so much going on with the domestics lately and women being assaulted. It just, I can't. I can tell you guys stories for days, working undercover searching for guys, working nonstop searching for people who have, I've had cases, men hitting women with frying pans, bats, stabbing them, right? Biting, ugh. The judge is talking to him. His attorney's like, oh, my client's good. He's a good person. This is the part of the criminal justice system I do not like. I don't like this part, right? I don't like this part. Why? The attorney is talking about, oh, my client has a good job. He's here. He's not a flight risk, right? This is a one-time incident. This was not a one-time incident. It's not we're talking about a domestic. We're talking about a domestic. Oh, this is isolated. No, this is not isolated. Did you watch the video? Right? Did you watch the video? So here we are, we're trying to negotiate with the judge on his bond, right? This is part of your rights, right? You get a bond. What do we do with the most violent people in our country? What do we do with violent people in our country? They still have rights, you guys. All right? The bond for aggravated battery, $10,000. Where's cruelty to children at? Right? Where's cruelty to children? So he flew out to Tennessee. They put the warrant on him 4 days later. He flies back to Florida. They pick him at the airport, right? And they take him to jail. He sees the judge. The judge grants him a bond, $10,000. It's a joke. It's a joke. He could have killed her. You know what they should have for domestics? People who are involved, and anybody can take this idea. I don't care. I'm all about serving, helping, protecting. Take it. Whoever finds this interesting, whoever can develop this idea, it just came to me in this moment. If you're involved, if you are in a domestic and you know, obviously the evidence is there to support the arrest, obviously. You know what they should have? The victim should wear like a bracelet, right? Or ankle monitor or something like that, something to that effect. Or bracelet, something discreet. And the suspect, if they do get bonded out, should also wear something that they cannot remove, like an ankle monitor. And they cannot, right, come within a mile or 2 miles, or however we have the technology, we can pull it off. They can't come in contact with each other. And if you cross, right, if you come within proximity of the victim, right, a beacon sets off, an alert goes off, sheriff, police are notified, right? You get a call to your phone, right? They're tracking you in that moment. If you come in contact within any perimeter, right? We're talking about what, a mile radius, maybe that might be more appropriate, a mile radius, right? The tracker goes off, the signal goes off, right? And you're immediately monitored. People might not like it, but you hear what she says? She's in fear for her life, right? What if we had something like that? The judge gives him a no contact restriction. You can't come in any contact with her, right? Yeah, sure, judge, appreciate it. How many of those have I had, right? I have to catch you. You guys remember, policing is reactive. We're always responding after, right? After the incident happens, while the incident is occurring. That's the problem with domestics, right? This isn't Minority Report, right? No one is telling us that a crime is about to occur before it happens. It's reactive. So women, you have to be able to protect yourself, right? You have to be able to defend yourself. You have to be alert. You have to be vigilant. You have to be mindful, right? You have to vet these men properly. There's no way around it. There's no way around it because the police don't get there in time, right? If the police are not there in the moment, you're on your own, right? You're on your own. And it doesn't sound good, you guys, but that's the reality. That's the reality. That's why it's important to have a village, man. It's important to have, people know where you are, you have a good support system. Those things, man, they're valuable. Who's helping you vet these people that you're bringing into your life, right? And that's not a shot at anybody. This is the truth. This is the reality. You guys will be surprised. I've talked to so many women over these years, and you'll be surprised of just the logic, right, that they use when picking these men that are violent, that are abusive, and I start asking them questions. Hey, did you do this? Did you think? Like, oh no, I didn't think, right? I say, hey, do you know his real name? No, he goes by this. You've been talking to him for 6 months, right? You've been intimate with this guy you don't know his real name, right? You're a nurse. You don't know his real, right? You're educated. You have these. You don't even know this guy. I didn't think to ask. I didn't know. What? You guys, listen. You have to be vigilant. It's very dangerous out here, and I think it's one of those things where we take for granted. We're in this first world country, but we still have problems. They're just more discreet, right? They're just not so exposed, but the threat, the dangers are real and they are active, right? They're very concealed, but they are very active, you guys. And we can't be oblivious to them. But I apologize, I kind of get into this rant, but I had to get that off of my chest, But let me know you guys' thoughts on that, and let me get back to work. Sorry, that stuff doesn't sit well with me at all. I tell you, I have so many crazy stories. But anyways, good night, you guys. God bless.